Live, local, late breaking. This is Newswatch 12 this morning.
Good morning. The time is 6:30 on August 1st. Welcome to Newswatch 12 this morning. I'm Carlos Murrieta. We're taking a live look out Smith River by the Lucky Sevens Casino. We first want to turn over to Storm Tracker 12 meteorologist Sarah Kress for a look at our Friday. And Sarah, happy Friday. Happy first month of August, or first day of the month of August. But with that, we're still tracking thunderstorms though in the region.
We are, and I know a lot of people do like the stormy weather. I'm not a big fan of it because, well, the lightning is pretty, but not for wildfires. But we're still going to be holding on to those thunderstorm chances as we work our way into the weekend for us. But take a look out at Mount Shasta. Did get a little bit of snow from these thunderstorms. That's a nice thing to look at as we're heading into our August. But right now this morning, starting out at 48 degrees, a little bit cooler, but we'll see those temperatures warm up into the upper 80s if you're in Siskiyou County today. But out on radar, a calm start to the morning for us. Definitely a different look than what we were looking at last night into the evening. But this morning, 63 for Medford, 48 for Klamath Falls, 63 to Grants Pass along the coast, 56 for Brookings, and we're waking up with some marine layer clouds and fog along the coast this morning, but should clear out by the time we're into the second half of our day. Now, in terms of thunderstorms today, we will see that risk for most areas inland for us. More scattered activity between Klamath Lake and Siskiyou counties, but we're not ruling out that chance even into Jackson and Josephine for us again today. So what we saw yesterday, we could see some pretty similar action for us again, especially as we're into the afternoon through this evening over into the Rogue Valley. Expect temperatures today to warm up into the lower 90s for us, so still feeling pretty hot if you're heading outdoors. Seasonable for this time of year into the Rogue Valley. Areas over east side, expect your temperatures into the lower 80s. Wairika, we have a high of 90 today along the coast, into the 60s for Brookings. Now we'll start to see those storms fire off as we switch over into the afternoon today, continuing through this evening, and then we'll see we're tomorrow morning waking up with a calmer start. Now thunderstorm chances do continue through the weekend for us, and we'll see temperatures drop into your Sunday, but dry weather is in the forecast next week. So I'll have all the details for you coming up in your next forecast.
With thunderstorms continuing across the region, firefighters are responding to several new fire starts in Siskiyou, Klamath, and Lake counties. With these new fire starts, the Big Cliff Fire in the Klamath National Forest has prompted an evacuation warning for Zone SIS 2503. It's located approximately 3 miles southeast of Idlewild Campground, and with smoke visible from Scott Valley, the fire is also prompting a closure on the Pacific Crest Trail. The Klamath National Forest currently estimates the fire to be over 200 acres, and due to its proximity to the Butler Fire, it's being incorporated into the Orleans complex, and now it's being managed by the same incident management team. And even with the widespread lightning that we're seeing across the Klamath National Forest, crews are continuing to make progress on the Butler Fire. That fire is now 86% contained, and firefighters face challenges with nearly vertical terrain with this 21,000-acre fire. Incident management says they have hoses laid as far as they possibly can reach, and a few evacuation orders and warnings remain in place for this fire. And you can find the latest information on acreage, containment, as well as road and campground closures on the Newswatch 12 app. You can download our app on any device and sign up for push alerts to be notified of breaking news. And as we approach the 5-year anniversary of the Alameda Fire, an affordable housing complex is now open in Phoenix, and it's giving an opportunity to the survivors of the Alameda Fire. Pacific Flats is made up of 6 buildings, an outdoor playground, and a clubhouse with community use features. Each unit has 2 to 3 bedrooms, air conditioning, and laundry appliances, where rent can range from anywhere from $600 to $1,200, and depending on your income, that rent can range. For community manager Yandria Almaral, who was an Alameda Fire survivor, she's happy to help out other survivors in finding their new home.
Just having this, offer this housing for everyone that is in need. I was, I'm one of the survivors. I lost my home too. So this is great here, being able to afford that.
Applications for the housing complex are open, and those applications can be found through Cascade Management. Governor Tina Kotek signed 4 bills that aim to support education across Oregon, and education advocates, legislators, and other local leaders gathered at Prairie Mountain School for the signing ceremony. The bills focus on increasing funding as well as accountability in school systems, and one of the bills signed was Senate Bill 141, which aims to ensure state funding is used for student success, especially as reading and writing scores fall short statewide.
And we all know this is critical right now because we're falling short. There's a lot of great effort. We've got to coordinate that effort, clarify that effort, focus that effort so we can have what we need for our students. We need to know if we're hitting our student outcomes, and this bill will help us provide a clear roadmap to doing that.
Kotek also emphasized the importance of having reliable resources for schools across the state, including small and rural schools. A closer look at the bill signed can be found on our website at kdrv.com. Moving to a developing story, the Department of Environmental Quality is issuing civil penalties across Oregon for various violations in June. The DEQ is finding the Medford Water Commission as well as a AMA Mini Mart in Klamath Falls. And in Medford, the $6,000 fine is for a wastewater violation, and in Klamath Falls, a $15,000 fine was issued for underground storage tanks. Now, this is a developing story, and we'll bring you more updates when they become available. New this morning, California is taking action to address the mental health crisis among young men and boys with a new executive order focused on suicide prevention. Governor Gavin Newsom issued an executive order that will direct a coordinated statewide response, and the order aims to improve mental health outcomes, expand access to education, work, and mentorship opportunities. Governor Newsom says the lack of mental health support and gender stereotypes has created a culture where men and boys can't ask for support, which leads to higher rates of suicide, drug use, and crime. Moving on to a consumer alert. If you bought beef lately, surely you noticed it's expensive. And while those prices are helping ranchers, it's hurting retailers. Ground beef sales are up roughly 12% from last year, while steaks have jumped 8%. In the last 2 years, ranchers say they are at the lowest level of cow production in 60 to 70 years. While retailers are absorbing as much as the cost they can, ranchers are seeing the opposite.
The cattle business, this year, last year, we've had really good margins in our business. I mean, our costs have gone up, but the selling price of the animal is more than compensated us for it. We never had prices this high before, ever.
California Butcher says whether it's from a lack of inventory or high prices, more people are buying chicken, turkey, or pork products. And a facility in Central Point is a part of a national effort to train service dogs for people in need across the country. Dogs are flown in, they undergo extensive training, and then they are paired with someone in need. Newswatch 12's Grace Ritz gives us an inside look at the Dogs for Better Lives.
I think that just seeing how the dog is actually working for the client and the life-changing things that they do for these clients really just stands out above the rest.
The service dog journey starts with pups, just like Lilo, who was flown in from San Francisco this week by volunteer pilots, a part of Angel Flights. The partnership allows puppies all over the country to get the training they need.
Angel Flight help us out severely by helping with our transportation needs. So as a national organization, we place dogs with clients all over the country.
After being dropped off, pups begin their training. Starting off small with socializing playdates and extra love from the team, puppies like Lilo grow up and get ready for training class. Rocky, Rudy, Tucker, and Tuscan practice in basic training like sitting, staying, and laying down, but dogs like Rocky also learn special skills like how to alert someone that food is done in the oven. Trainers like Amelia help decide skills the dog is best in, plus how they behave, and pair them with clients best suited for them all over the country.
As a nonprofit, we do not charge our clients for our dogs, and we actually bring the dogs physically to the clients. Spend about 5 days in their home, and that's to help the dog get acclimated to the new environment and then having hands-on training with the client.
These dogs spend most of their day training and learning new skills, but with all the hard work they do, they deserve to have some fun too.
Looking ahead to this Sunday, Ashland Representative Pam Marsh is hosting a town hall to give community members a chance to respond to the outcomes of the 2025 legislative session. Marsh will provide updates on issues such as housing solutions, wildfire mitigation, and transportation funding. The event will take place at 3 p.m. at the Talent Community Center.